Beautiful night, beautiful life, and welcome back to Love, Peace, and Happiness Tarot. I'm your hostess, coming to you live from Las Vegas, Nevada. I go by Melinda NailFanatic. Come see me in Vegas for the best nails of your life. But we're here today to deliver your latest free, general, timeless, channeled tarot message for the love and peace and happiness tribe from the Tarot in the Shadow series. So, if you're here, that's by divine design. Everything happens for a reason, nothing happens on accident. So, if you're new, welcome to the channel. For those of you returning, welcome back. Thank you for holding it down for the new ones to come around. For all of you, we're so appreciative of the growth on the channel, the increase in views, the new subscribers. And every time you give these videos a thumbs up, you increase the possibility of some other random person finding it here on YouTube. So thank you for sharing this link with somebody as well and putting it on your social media. That helps spread the messages. All right. So with all that being said and done, oh yeah, one more thing. You got questions? I got answers. Personal readings, info, all that. Look below the video in the facts. You'll find it all there. And after these messages, we'll be right back. Yeah. All right, so for tonight's Tarot in the Shadow messages, we're going to pull our last message first from the postcards from Spirit. Oh, they said, Soplalo! Thank you, listeners, God, for these perfect messages for my beloved brothers and sisters of humanity, because we love them so much, for their overall love, peace, health, wealth, and happiness, for their highest, lightest, and brightest good. What is tonight's Tarot in the Shadows message that I'm to deliver? And our final card that we'll pull at the end is right here. Okay, from the postcards from Spirit. Now let's see what we have from the P&Q Oracle for Tarot in the Shadows tonight. What is the Tarot in the Shadows message, please? And thank you. One card, please. Okay, thank you. Here we go. Ooh. It says, inside a giant necklace. This is Quentin's drawing. Your crown is on. Yay! I just noticed the crown. Your crown is lit the fuck up, honey. You are receiving downloads. You're getting messages. I see a little bit of funk and junk with some of these dots, these circles that make up the necklace are colored in. I hear a fine balance between the shadow and the light. You'll bring funk and junk to the situation where it seems fitting and right, is what I hear. Okay. From the Download Oracle. What is tonight's Tarot in the Shadow message, please and thank you? What is tonight's Tarot in the Shadows message? Here we go. If your dreams lived inside your comfort zone, they would be accomplished. If your dreams lived inside your comfort zone, they would be accomplished. They wouldn't be dreams. In other words, your dreams are going to require you to get uncomfortable to fulfill them. What's your dream? Family happiness? I want to be a millionaire so freaking bad. You want that love of a lifetime? Whatever it is that your big dream is, it's going to require you to get uncomfortable to get it, because it doesn't live inside your comfort zone. If it did, it wouldn't be a dream. Your dreams are going to require you to go through and do what was most difficult for you. Here's the thing. The image I chose is, it looks like Tetris to me, right? All the pieces falling in place. But here's the thing. They only fall in place once you've left your comfort zone. You're going to have to leave the place you know and go into the unknown. So where I look at this and it looks like Tetris, it looks like things falling into place. But there's this energy, though, where that piece is actually coming out of the structure that it's known. So there's an energy here in tonight's message about coming out of the known structure in order to accomplish your dreams. From the dedications now, from my handmade dedications deck. What do we have? Shout outs to Norma Jean, our first commenter for the session, moderating. Thank you, Kat, for coming back. And MJ, hey, let's see, what do we have for tonight's Tarot in the Shadows message? It's the Tower of Power coming through again. You're still a young man, baby. Ooh, don't waste your time. Down on my knees, oh, heart in hand. I was accused of being too young, but I'm not so young. I can make you happy. I'm not a bad man. So there's something here about you're a good person. You need to know that you're a good person. You're young enough still to make these changes, but you're not too young. You're not too young to do the things that you want to do. You're not too old to do the things you want to do. Actually, I hear you're ageless. Can you just, I'm ageless. There's an affirmation. I am ageless. Okay. Let's see what is the message from the Wisdom of the Golden Path. What for tonight's Tarot in the Shadows? Yo, that just came out so quickly. What do we have? Abundance from within. I see you've been making moves to choose in your life actively a positive future for yourself. And now it's time for you to take your abundance from within. It's an opportune time to stop looking at external situations, circumstances, and people to cause you to feel your abundance. Even your family. If they're in your experience immediately, it's easy to get caught up with them being your source of abundance. Even where they're not in your experience immediately, it's still easy to get caught up with them being your source of abundance. Family is important. We don't negate that. That is true. Family is important. But what is most important in this Tarot in the Shadows message is to recognize that true abundance comes from within. So let's see what are three main factors for your experience for this Tarot in the Shadows message tonight from the Tea Leaf Fortune cards. 1, 2, and that's too fucking many. Okay, they said take that one. All right. The bottom of the deck is the leg, stepping into a new experience. Look at you. You're stepping into a new experience. Somebody really likes your legs. Fun Melinda fact, I have a nickname, but only one person ever called it to me, and it was my father. And everybody in my life, all the family knew the nickname that my dad called me, but nobody else ever called it to me. I had 2 people that I dated that tried to use it. That happened once. It never happened again. That shit was weird. And my nickname is Legs. And so on a lot of my art that I create, I put copyright circle 29937, because back in the pager days, if you flip it upside down, it spells legs, Leggz. My nickname is Legs, but only my daddy calls me that. Anyways, somebody really loves your legs. Ever since I was a little baby, I always had these long ass legs. I still got these long ass legs. Some of y'all don't understand that I'm a big woman. I'm a tall woman. Yeah, I'm kind of skinny and stuff like that a little bit, but I'm 5'9". I don't know how many centimeters that is, but I'm 5'9". I'm actually a tall woman. I'm not a giant, but I am a tall woman. Anyway, so there's something here about taller. It's required you to be taller. Stretch them legs out, girl. It's time for you to stretch into a new experience. Out of your comfort zone. You've left the comfort zone. I feel like that. You've left the comfort zone. All right. First factor, we have the caterpillar. Things will not always be this way. A change is coming. It's been a long time coming, but I know the change gonna come. Oh, yes, it will. It's been too hard living, but I'm afraid to die. 'Cause I don't know what's out there beyond the sky. It's been a long time coming, but I know a change gonna come. So you're stepping into this change. It requires you to leave. I don't know what's out there beyond the sky, but I'm about to get up in the sky and get the fuck up out here. This is a comfort zone. You're leaving, departing flight. Somebody's going to be taking a departing flight. Okay. You're leaving your comfort zone. And with the caterpillar, things will not always be this way. A big change is coming. Okay. The second card that came flying out, we have the Mountain. Major challenge to overcome. I heard you have all that you need to overcome this challenge. And you got them long ass legs. You can climb over challenges, no problem. Let's see what else we have from the tea leaf fortune card. The Moon. Changes in your life. How perfect is that? Changes in your life. And we just had the full moon in Leo. Beautiful. I love. So, our overall guidance for tonight's session from my published Words of Clarity deck. What do we have? Guidance. Positivity, baby. Keep a positive mindset. Keep choosing positivity for yourself. You've been moving towards a abundance for yourself. The bottom of the deck is happiness. You found your happiness. Keep on feeding that happiness. I heard keep on feeding that happiness, honey, because where your focus goes, energy flows. It's important for you to keep on feeding that happiness. So we're going to be pulling from several different decks for your message tonight. We're going to begin with hold on. Pause. Before I move on, I got to read about the Abundance from Within card from the Wisdom of the Golden Path. They said, read that message to you. So it says, you must stop thinking that others are somehow better than you, for in reality, they are not. When you let go of this distorted view of your unique talents, they will be visible to yourself and others. You have many qualities that are special and gifts. From now on, every time you see a quality you like in another person, check to see where that same quality is in you. It might be hidden, but without a doubt, it will be there in one form or another. You deserve abundance, to be and have all your heart desires. But first, you must feel abundant on the inside. Only when you are able to feel the abundance within will it manifest externally. As your perceptions are brought into balance, you become a more effective force in the world. In acknowledging the abundance within you and the many beautiful qualities you possess, you will open the way for an endless stream of abundance to flow through into your life. I love and honor my many special gifts and qualities. I give thanks for the abundance within and around me. My life is an endless flow of abundance. A river of gold flows right through my heart. And anything that doesn't allow that, would you like to uncreate and destroy right now? Yes, yes. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Whew. That feels good. I feel good. And it's right that I should. Yeah, that's what it is. I feel good. And it's right that I should. Your energy in this showing up as awaiting results, the Seven of Pentacles. The Seven of Pentacles is tending to your own garden, minding your business, letting go of the shit that you can't help. There's the serenity prayer in this. God grant me the wisdom to accept the things that I can. God grant me the knowledge to accept the things that I can. I don't know. Accepting the things that I can, change the things that I can, accept the things that I can't, and the wisdom to know the difference. Thank you. To change the things that I can, accept the things that I can't, and the wisdom to know the difference. That's the energy here of the Seven of Pentacles. Tending to your own garden, weeding out the bullshit at the bottom of your soul. All right. We're going to go ahead and just pull for the rest of the positions. For a clear, this is the Psychic Tarot for the heart, for those of you who want to know. The bottom of the deck, new vitality. Ace of Wands action. Ace of Wands action. So new vitality, you are in a new state of vitality. This is about you doing new things that are empowering you and empowering your life. Finding empowerment in your experience by starting a new program, a new day, a new way, a new experience. Okay. Man, I feel like they're going to have me reading a lot tonight. That's okay. I know how to read. And my voice is getting better, in case you couldn't tell. I'm just going to acknowledge that. My voice is coming together nicely. Keywords: patience, assessment, outcomes, alternatives. You've been putting much energy into creating and attracting the relationships you desire and are eager to see positive results. Patience is needed, however. Reshaping attitudes and beliefs takes time. Refining yourself so that you'll attract just the right person is a process. They said, read that again. Refining yourself so that you'll attract just the right person is a process. One more time for emphasis. Yes, please and thank you. Refining yourself so that you'll attract just the right person is a process. Okay. If you find yourself becoming frustrated at the apparent lack of visible change, step back and focus on something other than your relationship for a while. When you're feeling more detached, you'll be in a better position to notice any improvements. If you've invested enough time, then take a moment to evaluate your progress. Are your efforts bearing fruit? Are you seeing the desired changes in your interactions with others? If yes, excellent, carry on. If not, it may be time to shift your approach. Look for alternative strategies to affect the change you desire. What works with one person may not work with another. When working on yourself, be sure that you're being true to who you are and not simply following society's formula for relationships. Okay. I had a message for someone that I am supposed to share with you. You want to bring them, whoever they are, into the light. In order to do that, you cannot bring to light to them, or they will stay in the darkness in which they've been. The only hope in bringing them to the light isn't staying in the light, is in staying in the light yourself. I'm going to have to read texts to this person because the text was all wrong. Is in staying in the light yourself, not going into the darkness, because then there will be no need for them to come out of the darkness and to get into the light. So, it's a need for you to stay in the light. Now, when they're talking about staying in the light, they're not saying, don't go do the shadow work. They're not saying, don't be balanced. You need that balance. You need to do the shadow work. But when they're saying, stay in the light, stay in your positivity as much as possible. That does involve doing your own shadow work. It doesn't involve doing their shadow work. You can't do their shadow work for them. And it also involves, once you've done your shadow work, bringing your ass back into the light. In other words, you can't get sick enough to make sick people healthy. You can't get poor enough to make poor people wealthy. And you can't fuck your life up enough to fix somebody else's life. That's heavy hitter for somebody. That's a real heavy hitting message is what I'm getting for somebody. That's a really fucking heavy hitting message. And you needed to hear that. because you've been making yourself sicker, poorer, and fucking up your life to try to help fix somebody else's. Yeah, that plan is not going to ever yield the results that you want. Sorry, it's just not. Sorry, not sorry. It's not. Proud to be the messenger of that. Having gone there and done it enough, I've sabotaged my own life so much trying to help other people. I refuse to do it anymore. It's not going down no more. And now, of course, I'm the bitch. You know, once you quit fucking your own ship up because somebody else needs help and play captain, save them for them, you know, now you a bitch. Now you a bitch. I can't stand that bitch. No, and that's okay. If they can't fucking stand you, tell them to go have a fucking seat somewhere in the back with the rest of them bitches that can't stand you. It's not your problem. We're gonna get spicy tonight. It sounds like, oh my goodness. All right, we're gonna get into the Heart and Hands Tarot and see what else we have coming out from your messages tonight. What do we have? Yeah, you can't fuck your life up enough to get somebody else to stop fucking theirs up. Okay? In your energy, the Tower. Surprise! Unexpected happenings. Some sort of loss. A fucking epiphany. When I just said that you can't fuck your life up enough to get enough. My mama coming through. Enough. You can't fuck your life up enough to get somebody else to get their life right. That was a whole epiphany for somebody here. That shit just was like, oh my God, that just made so much sense. That just gave you the answer. For somebody, that was the only freaking answer you needed tonight, was to realize, like, you can't fuck your life up enough to help somebody else stop fucking up theirs. Because that's exactly what the fuck been going on with you. You've been over here fucking up your life, and you're like, oh my God. Oh my fucking God. My life is getting worse and worse. I had things going good. And ever since I've been helping this person, everything is falling apart. I heard my job is falling apart. My relationship's falling apart. My house is falling apart. Everything is falling apart. Why? Because you're still entertaining, holding on to these energies and trying to fix somebody else's bullshit that is not yours. Mind your fucking business. You need to mind your business with that Seven of Pentacles. Tend to your own garden. Mind your business before they come in and destroy your business. See, what happens, and I'm being guided to share this with you. I got an epiphany with the Tower card here a long time ago. God said to me years ago, and the reason things get fucked up is because you over here eating the fruit off of somebody else's karma tree. See, for the longest time, I had somebody else living in my home besides myself and my own children, to help them. And every time I had that, some fucking chaotic experience happened. Why? They were in a situation where they needed help, but they needed to, what they was being guided to, what God had them in perfect position for, was to find the abundance within, to heal their own connection. But while I had them in my house and while I was busy trying to help them, shit was blowing up in my life, because having them in my house was equivalent of eating from their karmic tree. When I could have been having my own karmic tree, the fruit of what the fuck I've been doing in this life, they were eating off of my karmic tree, and I decided to eat off of theirs. They were not my fucking responsibility. I wasn't responsible for what the fuck they had brought themselves to that position. I didn't do that to them. I didn't have no responsibility to fix it or heal it. They didn't come out my coochie. That's who you're responsible for. If it came out your coochie, if your sperm made it birthed, now you got some responsibility. That's it. You're not even responsible for your parents. How's that? That's just once you, some people really need to leave their fucking parents alone. But some of you have really good parents. And if they were really good to you, then appreciation makes you want to take care of them too. Some of you had really shitty parents, and you still helping them. And the karma from that fruit tree is fucking with you too. We need to mind our own business. And here's the reason why. As long as you keep stepping up and helping them, they're not going to have to do it for themselves. In other words, your helping them is enabling them to stay right where the fuck they are. You're going into their darkness instead of staying in your light. And then now they a fool because they think the light is there. No, you're there. And if they're going to come out into the light, they got to get out of the darkness and choose the light. There's a better way. And a lot of us keep trying to do it by doing it for them, trying to share it and teach it by doing it for them. That's not our position. That's not what the fuck we're here for. Okay. The bottom of the Heart and Hands Tarot. Whole heart in hand. Oh, that's awesome that I'm using this deck. Yeah, it's the Heart and Hands Tarot, and that's exactly what those lyrics to that song are. Whole heart in hand. Okay. The bottom of the deck is the 10 of Swords. Is that your final answer? Yeah, that's my final answer. Honey, you will fuck your whole life up and not be able to do nothing. You're finally realizing that by holding on to them, you're eating from their karmic fruit tree. It's fucking up your experience. All the hard work you've been putting in can go right down the drain because that's where the fuck their karma is headed for them at this time until they decide that they want to make changes and do the same like you and choose light and choose love and peace and happiness. But you can't make that choice for them. All you're doing is enabling their bullshit because you sitting up here rescuing them, helping them and all that shit. But see, God put them where the fuck they at because that's a perfect place that has all the lessons for them to go through to open up their heart to see what it is. And a lot of times that's exactly what the fuck has to happen. Their heart has to open up, which means they need a fucking heartbreak. They ain't had enough heartbreak to realize that there's a better way to do this. There's another way that they should be doing things. They fucking it up. They got to realize that. And you know what teaches that? Fucking pain. That's why you've been getting some kind of messages to remove yourself from these people and their bullshit in their situation. Don't deal with them. Don't call me no more. Don't text me no more. You know why? They finna go through some bullshit. Karmic repercussions for the asshole and the whole ass that they've been for not listening to God, for not listening to nobody, where everybody been telling the same fucking thing. Bitch, you need to get a job. You need to start working. Bitch, you need to quit doing drugs. Bitch, you need to quit worrying about some dick and worry about your children. And then their whole life blows the fuck up in front of their face. Because they ain't listening. And see, before all these people with human voices started stepping up and telling them the same thing, God been telling them that they still ain't listening. And you know what happens when you don't listen? It's just like my grandsons. My daughter will tell them, you know you're not supposed to run in the studio. Stop running in the studio. You know you're not supposed to play on that chair. Stop rolling around on the chair. Boys, listen to your mama. And they don't fucking listen. The next thing you know, boom, they fall flat on their face. I remember Prince to skin his elbow and shit on the floor at the studio. I said, see, you don't listen to your mama. She don't even got to get up and whoop you. You know what? You fell down and you hurt yourself. You know why? Because you didn't listen to your mama. Yeah, your spiritual mommy, daddy, God, goddess, source, the universe, been telling your ass. And if you don't fucking listen, you going to end up right where these dirty motherfuckers are. Stop trying to save them. You don't save her. She don't want to be saved. Don't save her. She don't want to be saved. What the hell that? I don't know, some rap song from my childhood. We're going to mess with the Tarot of the Nile tonight. The beautiful people over at DeBry have authorized me to offer you a 20% discount on any of the decks that you purchase from them. Tonight, we'll be featuring this one. They have that available. If you've been looking for a new tarot deck, I encourage you to make your purchase with them using my link and my discount code below the video, because then they're going to turn around and support the channel with every purchase that you make. So I think that's awesome. And I was like, yay. Do you know, I get so many people on my email trying to get me to do an ambassadorship with them in regards to like games, and I get clothes. I'm a very picky person about what I wear. I like simple. Anyways, the point is, finally, a tarot card company hit me up. I was like, yay, that's perfect. I can accept this one. So here we are doing this. Support, support, support. All right. Oh my goodness. Yeah. So there's a tower. There's a realization coming in. The tower energy for you is a big realization. With the awaiting results card, The Seven of Pentacles is like certain shit is not in your power to change in other people's experience. Mind your experience and handle your business. Okay, mind your business and you'll have more business to mind. If you busy minding everybody else's business, you giving your business away to them, and you're taking from their karmic tree, and there'll be less of your business to mind. So mind your business. Okay, folks, mind your business and you have more business to mind. Again, one more time for emphasis. Yes, mind your business and you'll have more business to mind. Okay, so from the Tarot of the Nile, what is the message for the Tarot in the Shadows? Show me your energy. What is your energy in this? Yeah, you're having a realization, an epiphany right now. And we have the Eight of Cups. Okay, the Eight of Cups coming out saying, you know damn well it's time for you to move on. Again, the Eight of Cups is another mind your business card. Because even though you were emotionally attached to the situation, even though you have a lot of love there, the Seven of Cups, which comes before the Eight, clearly, you realize that there was some illusions. It was all in your head. You was trying to make something happen. You were trying to use your magical powers to change something. And when that shit don't work, it's time for you to get the fuck out of Dodge. It's a get the fuck out of Dodge card. The star is at the bottom of the deck. It's fated. It's destined. You know what? It may be hard for you to accept that it's fated and destined for you to leave somebody the fuck alone. It may be difficult to accept that, but that's what's coming through today. What the book had to say about this Eight of Cups from this book. Let's see. All right. The meaning. You must let go of someone that was once emotionally important to you. The relationship or situation is empty. A man walks away from Eight Cups, leaving behind unwanted and empty relationships that filled his life with joy long ago. Letting go and moving on is upright meanings. In the reverse energy, it says denial and attempts at bargaining for something now worthless. If you stay, if you don't let this shit go, you're gonna be trying to, first off, you'll be in denial. And you'll be trying to put attempts at bargaining, which is giving one thing for another, for something that is now fucking worthless. Stop it. Don't save her. She don't want to be saved. All right. I also pulled out for tonight. For some reason, this Romance Angels deck wanted to talk. I ain't really been using it that much lately. But it's coming out for Tarot in the Shadows message tonight. So let's see what you got to say about this Tarot in the Shadows message tonight, please and thank you. I heard tonight is a night that you make me a woman. I hope you'll be gentle with me, and I know you will. So, all right, God is trying to make you a real woman here. This is about making a real woman, stepping all the way into your divine feminine energy. I heard stepping all the way into your divine feminine energy. Yes, a woman, becoming a woman. Because you're still a young man, baby. Ooh, don't waste your time. Yeah, you still coming from the masculine energy, an immature masculine energy. Oh, I'm going to do everything. I'm going to fix this. I'm going to fix this. That's a masculine energy. Taking physical actions to create solutions is a masculine energy. Okay, and you're still a young man. You're not taking the right actions. Immature actions. Immature actions trying to solve a situation. But tonight is a night that you make me a woman. So you finna get grown tonight. A woman is a grown-up lady, a grown-up little girl, okay? And the thing of it is, this is about following that intuition to be in that grown lady status, okay? Follow your intuition. Your intuition gonna come up to play. This is about maturing your intuition. Yes, this is your soulmate energy in you. You are your own soulmate. Stop trying to look for somebody else to step up and do something amazing in your life and fulfill some role and make you feel complete. You are your own fucking soulmate. And there's been a huge deception. See, the huge deception is that you're only half a person, that you're not whole, that you need somebody else to be your better half. Shut the fuck up. When you realize that you're the one you've been looking for, honey, things are going to change. Your abundance will be then coming from within. That's a power play right there, honey. That is a power play. Even the twin flame messages that ones are given, everybody keeps putting a twin flame external. No, the twin flame is a journey of self-evolution and enlightenment. And having gone through whatever phases I've gone through with it, that person that was my twin flame ain't got no access to me at all right now. And it's been a long time. You know what I'm saying? Why? Because that person didn't do their part, but I did. And I changed and I learned and I grew and I harmonized with me and I became my own soulmate. And now this song from what that girl name? Hold on a second. I got to tell y'all about this song. It's called Soulmate. And it's from Lizzo. Thank you. From Lizzo, it's called Soulmate. Yeah, the old me used to love a Gemini, like a threesome, fucking with him every night. A lot of two-faced people show me both sides, so I figured out I gotta be my own type. They used to say to get a man, you had to know how to look. They used to say to keep a man, you had to know how to cook. But I'm solo in Soho, sipping soju in Malibu. It's a me, myself kind of attitude. Because I am my own soulmate. I know how to love me. I know that I'm always gonna hold me down. Yeah, I'm my own soulmate. No, I'm never lonely. I know I'm a queen, but I don't need no crown. Look up in the mirror like, damn, she the one. Yeah, like, damn, I'm the fucking one, okay? Hold on. And she never tell me to lie. And she never tell me to exercise. We always get extra fries. And you know the sex is fire. And I got to testify. I get flowers every Sunday. I'm going to marry me one day. True love ain't something you can buy yourself. True love finally happens when you're by yourself. So if you're by yourself, then go and buy yourself another round from the bottle on the higher shelf. Whew. And then yeah, so that's it. That's the part that I need to give you. So you don't need no crown, but why? Because you already fucking got your crown, baby. You already got your crown. You've been crowned. You crowned yourself. And you're inside this giant necklace. Giant necklace. I get everything is coming full circle right now. There's a protection around you. You have a protective energy around you. Everything is coming full circle right now. Closing out old cycles to step into your new life because changes are happening. There are positive things going on in your life right now. Why? Because you're doing positive things for yourself. You are your own soulmate. The bottom of the deck, wedding. This situation involves marriage. Maybe for somebody you did get married. Maybe for somebody you do have an important soulmate showing up for you right now. But see, if somebody asked me, well, how does your tarot readings come into play with God? I said, God loves me reading cards. Don't you know God is my husband? I got room for a wife still. God said I can have a wife, but the husband role is already taken. I'm married to God. Some of y'all got that mentality that you're married to God. You're married to yourself. And she said, I'm going to marry me one day. Shit, I've been married to myself. Okay, married to myself. And that's some of you, you've been there too. You be like, fuck this. Fuck these other people. I'm just married to me. And the sex is fire, honey. If you ain't tried masturbation, if you ain't got you a little toy, a little vibrator, something, hit me up because I got something. I got a discount for you. I need to push this product. Anyways, the fact of the matter is, and that's true, I really do have some products because some of y'all remember when I had my own adult toy business and I decided I'm going to let that go. I'm going to focus on these nails and this tarot and the other arts from my heart. That wasn't an art. I'm not a fucking salesperson. That's what I decided at the end of the day. That's why I still have all that product I'm sitting on. All right. Anyways, point is, You need to know how to love you, honey. You need to know how to love you. Okay? In every way. All right. Let's see. What do we need? What do we have? What is the most important message about your energy for tonight's Tarot in the Shadows? What do we have? Okay, here we go. You inspire me. You inspire so many beautiful creations from me. You are my muse inspired. Do you inspire yourself? Oh my God, that's so awesome. Well, you're feeling very inspired right now. Whether it's you inspiring you or what is inspiring you, you know. I know I inspire myself because I know what the fuck I've really been through and what the fuck I've overcome. And I know I come a long way, baby, like them slim ass cigarettes from Virginia that I used to smoke. But then I switched over to an all natural brand. I would really love to have an ambassadorship with the Signal cigarette company because they all natural and I love it. Tobacco in water. You see that? Tobacco in water. If you go and smoke some cigarettes, please eliminate the extra chemicals, but whatever. That's a sidebar message. But yeah, why the fuck did I start talking about that? Anyway, the bottom of the deck is intuition versus influence. I'm in love with you. You're so beautiful. I want to marry you. I want you to have my babies. Somebody is telling you what you want to hear. What do the vibes say? Somebody over here has been telling you they want to marry you and they full of shit. And you're realizing that. And they're your soulmate. They're your soulmate. They are your soulmate. So they're in your life to cause your soul to grow. It doesn't mean they're your forever. Remove the idea that soulmate equals forever or twin flame equals forever. The only love that you're ever going to have forever is you and God. And that's it. Literally. Not your mama, not your daddy, not your children, not your brother, not your sister, not your neighbor, not your best friend. Them bitches come and go like the fucking leaves on a tree. I'm just saying. Some of you are blessed enough to have mommies and daddies or brothers and sisters or children who are like your roots. They'll always fucking be there. If that's you, count yourself lucky because some of these motherfuckers' roots got exposed and cut off a long time ago. Yeah, that's what I said. I said what I said and I meant what I said. I get the, okay, what I see is, yeah, you're being inspired to take some action. A soulmate is showing you. Thank you so much for showing me my worth and my value by being completely oblivious is the word that's coming through to it. So for somebody, you learned your worth and your value because they were completely oblivious to your worth and your value. And that caused you, yeah, I used to be in love with a Gemini, like a threesome fucking with a Mermaid. In other words, this person had two fucking faces. I said, because FYI, my twin flame was a Gemini. Anyways, the point of it is, it was like, who this bitch gonna be when she wake up today? Literally, they have so many characters. Somebody has so many characters, okay, that you were like, oh God, I can't do this no more. I just can't help them. For somebody here, you're letting go of a connection because they won't get the mental health assistance help that they require. Their mental health issues coming through. Somebody needs some mental health treatments, some kind of something. Fucking bitch, see a counselor, get some readings, do something. Do fucking something. Do fucking something. They ain't doing nothing. If you ain't gonna do nothing to help your motherfucking self, there ain't a goddamn thing I can do to help you. So don't come to me with that, but I love you. I can't get over you. Don't come to me with that, but you're supposed to be my backbone. You're my sister. How you gonna leave me like this out in the cold? Well, bitch, you left yourself out in the cold. I keep trying to show you how to turn on the heat, but you don't want to do it. So what the fuck I'm supposed to do? Oh, you want me to be out in the cold with you? That's what the fuck it is. It ain't going down like that. I ain't going out like that. You are showing up with angel number 6 in your energy. And if you are watching a live show where this card transformed right before my eyes, I spilled some water on it, and now it's got drippings on it. Everything happens for a reason. I said it at the beginning of the session, and I really believe it. So now this angel number 6, you've learned how to be of service to others. You are a person of being in service to others, grace and gratitude, home, family, domesticity, business, solution oriented. You care, you're responsible, you're nurturing, you're reliable. But being this way has brought so much pain. Why? Because you're an earth angel. The biggest drip is coming down off of the word angel. You are an earth angel. Earth angels have the habit of being there, and overextending themselves too fucking much. But honey, your wings are meant to carry so much, okay? And you're still a human as well. You might be an earth angel, but you're living in this human experience. You've been through a lot of pain, and there is pain in taking care and being of service to others often. There has been a lot of pain, and there is often. Understand that it makes you better, and it inspires you, and it teaches you, okay? And if it continues to show up the same, you don't have to stay there and continue to put up with the shit. It's your choice to accept it or move on, just like it's their choice to accept it or move the fuck on. You know what I'm saying? They could accept the help and better their life and improve their own situation. But if they don't, they can get the fuck on. And at the bottom of the deck, I love the synchronicity, angel number 611. And the synchronicity I'm seeing is step out of my comfort zone. It's right in the middle. Step out of my comfort zone to accomplish my goals. Whatever you did, you had to step out of your comfort zone. It was really difficult for you to do this, okay? And keep a positive attitude environment. You stepped out of your comfort zone so you could keep a positive attitude and environment. In that environment that you were in before that was so comfortable, you started to realize, I used to be so happy. What the fuck is going on? My bank accounts were full when I got into this. What the fuck is going on? Business was great, and now business is going, what the fuck is going on? And there's this, oh my God. I'm eating from somebody else's karma tree. I need to focus on my personal spirituality and my life purpose. I need to engage in creative pursuits, and I am creating my reality. I need to feng shui this bitch. That negative energy got to get the fuck up out of here. That's what I see at the bottom of this deck. Let's see what else we have from our miniature words of clarity. So yeah, here you are. There's been some pain in your house, but what did we say about busting that heart open? It take heartbreak. The wound is where the light enters. Thank you, Rumi, for your beautiful quote. The wound is where the light enters. So I gotta bust through that darkness to get the light to enter. The heartbreaking. It's like a snake leaving its old skin because it doesn't fit within. It's growth. Growing pains. Okay, we have diversion. You're changing course. You've been changing course. Look at you, changing course. There's a diversion. Okay, this situation here inspired you by getting you in a different path for a minute. I see you realizing something has been a diversion in regards to your life purpose. What's at the bottom of the deck? Unfulfilled. Something was unfulfilled. This connection was unfulfilled. The potential of it was unfulfilled. You were not fulfilling your life purpose while you were sitting in this experience. you had to change course. That came up. The change course was very necessary. Excuse me. All right. For our first round of trivia, let's get into the I know trivia. What's your energy? Show me your energy. I know trivia. What they want you to know is these soulmates and these twin flames. Okay, they said pause on this. Well, no, they said I could go ahead and pull the cards, but I need to talk to you for a minute about these soul connections, these twin flame connections and such. Okay. Just because you're not in their physical experience does not mean that you can't still help them. But when you make the choice, the self-empowered choice to do what is best for you, you actually benefit them in the most positive way possible. Because in making the most empowered choice for you, what you're actually doing is creating a healing energy. And because you have this soul tie, soul connection to these ones, the healing is done on a spiritual level for you and them simultaneously. Because you have this strong soul connection. So you want to help them do what's best for you and trust and have faith in the soul connection that you have with them, that it's going to do what it was meant to do. In other words, I'm hearing the word tethered. Your soul and their soul is tethered in some type of way. When you remove the physical connection, it's only spiritual that's left. So it doesn't mean go into hating them and resenting them or wishing them bad. You still can love them. And if your love is real, you will. If your tribe, you do love so many people that are no longer in the physical presence of you, is what I'm hearing. And through that soul connection, as you've healed, that healing is in their spiritual energy, which means it's going to continue to call them up out of their comfort zone too, to make these moves. Whether they do or don't is of no consequence to you once you've removed yourself physically from the experience. So you need to understand that. All right. For our first round of trivia, we have this sculpture, and it is the Little Mermaid. So, where's my bowl? I got a ding. All right. True or false? The Little Mermaid statue is located in Brussels. False. It's located in Copenhagen. Have you been having Brussels sprouts lately? Does somebody like Copenhagen tobacco chew? Multiple choice question. Which one of these statements is true about the statue? It is a replica, not the original. It is moved indoors every winter. It is wood painted to look bronze. It is a replica, not the original. Open-ended question. Who wrote the fairy tale, The Little Mermaid? Hans Christian Andersen. It was first published in 1836. So, first off, it's a replica, not the original. So you're realizing that your soulmate is not the original. You are your original soulmate. They are a mirror of you, of some unhealed aspects of you, of some shadow traits of you, of some emotional drama that you're still holding from your childhood, from your incubation period in your mama's belly, from your ancestral line, something like that. Mm-hmm. What's not true is you realize is in this connection, you are not moved indoors every winter. When the shit gets cold and you're still in the physical connection, you're not protected from it. You're out there in the fucking cold. If you choose to be out there in the cold with him, that's your choice. God is not just going to move you out of it. You got to be a willing participant in that. What you realize is not true about you as well is you're not painted to look bronze. You are wood. You are, okay, here we go. You're connected to your ancestral line. Bronze. We looked up bronze the other day. I don't remember anything about it. Let me look up bronze real quick because I feel like bronze has to do with protection or something like that. Hold on. I'm going to do it this way. Bronze, spiritual meaning. Bronze has meaning and properties of making positive thoughts. It's an amulet that can clean all negative energy inside of you. Let's see what else. Bronze has meanings and properties of improving its owner's vitality. It can improve unmotivated and passive situations. It would warm your cold heart. You get a chance to make a new step forward. Blooming your sleeping talents. Interesting. Help you sleep better. Gaining the power to overcome a huge wall. It's useful when you need a flow of good luck. It will prevent you from being crushed by big stress. So here you are making moves to prevent you from being crushed by big stress, to find successful results and confidence, to bring more positivity in your energy, to improve unmotivated and passive situations. You found something unmotivated and passive. Time for action, baby. Yeah. Some pains you've been through regarding being of service to others, home, family, domesticity, business, all that. They were here to help you purify your life, basically, is what I'm getting. Okay. There was something else about this. 1836 was when this story was published by Hans Christian Andersen. All right. Somebody here has a link to Germany. Somebody here grew up Christian. You might still call yourself Christian. Okay, that's fine. Somebody's name is Christian or Anderson. Somebody is the son of Ander. Okay, weird. First published in 1836. Okay. 18, the moon. 3 is the Empress, and 6 is the Lovers. For some of you, there's a connection between a Taurus or Libra and a Gemini here. Okay. This is about healing. For somebody, this is about healing the past between your mother wounding and relationship wounding. This is about connections that came into your life to help you blend your divine masculine and divine feminine energies. You could have been immaturely masculine before, taking a lot of actions that didn't benefit you. This is about stepping into mature divine feminine and divine masculine energies, allowing them to work together, letting your intuition guide your actions in a mature and developed way. Okay. And remember, some of you will resonate with this or the other side of the table. Okay. In the situation, what do we have happening in the situation? Helpless and hopeless, the 8 of Swords energy. A decision has to be made. Whether you go this way or that way, the worst thing to do is not take no action at all. Every action has a reaction. So here you have to take some kind of action. Either way, you're going to reach your destiny. You can do it the hard way or the easy way. But honey, you're going to get there one way or another. Perfect. From the book. You may be feeling helpless and hopeless about a situation. It may feel like, God, this just ain't working. Nothing's working out. Something like that. Okay, let's see what we have. Keywords: restricted, obstacles, powerless, action. While the title of this card may sound bleak, don't let it scare you. This card arrives as a wake-up call to adjust your thinking about a situation or relationship. You may feel that obstacles have been placed in your way, preventing you from achieving your dreams around love. You may think that your situation is beyond hope and that you are powerless to improve it. Nothing could be further from the truth. However, all that is required is a willingness to take action. Assess your current state of affairs and decide what needs to change. Then take decisive steps to make those changes and move yourself into a position of empowerment. By taking action, you take charge of the situation. Feel the power in that. Recognize that you do have the ability to create the relationships of your dreams. Nothing can hold you back unless you let it. Take charge, step into your power, and watch your relationships flourish. From the Heart and Hands Tarot, we have the 7 major arcana, the Chariot. This is saying in the situation, action is definitely needed. The deck that I just read from actually calls this card movement. I would not be surprised if it showed up again in the reading from the other deck where it's called movement. The Chariot is being on Victory Road. The thing about the Chariot is it's Cancerian energy, and the symbol for the Cancerian energy is the crab. The crab does not walk in a straight line. It goes side to side to reach its destination. Likewise, in this situation, there's a need for you to sidestep some obstacles and some challenges. Certain obstacles and challenges you don't need to undergo. You don't need to take or hold on to or bring in or adopt or make your own. Certain battles are just not fucking yours. So there's the energy here of picking and choosing your battles in this situation. In this situation, also, we have the Emperor. The Emperor talks about authority figures. It talks about divine masculine energy and actions, taking physical actions. Okay. So the situation is happening, and there could be, it also talks about restrictions and boundaries and enforcing of those. Okay. It talks about stepping up into your power and your authority. And the Psychic Tarot for the Heart deck, it's called lead. Its keyword is lead. So in this situation, this is about you taking the lead to make decisive action to advance and move forward and just take a step. I heard if you take one step towards God, God's going to take 10 steps towards you. Okay. So let's see what it says here in this book about this card. The message. The Emperor represents the masculine divine, the essence of command, order, and power. The Emperor archetype is the 4th encounter for the Fool, teaching us how to establish order from chaos, how to shape the natural world to our needs, and how to build civilization. The symbolism. Horus, the sky god, watches over the land to make sure civilization prospers through trade, technology, medicine, and law. His staff is the Ankh, the symbol of life, which identifies him as the god who guides rulers and punishes wrongdoers. Upright, authority, the rule maker, order, stability, and sovereignty over society and civilization. In reversed, abuse of power, cruelty, dictatorship, and narcissism. Somebody here, you're being guided to remove yourself from a situation where there's been some abuse of power, some cruelty, some dictatorship, or some narcissism. It's a guidance for you to take authority, make the rules in your life, enforce the rules, create order and stability in your life, and take sovereignty in your experience. Okay. From the Romance Angels about the situation. Free yourself. It's time to take back control of your life. Wherever you've been giving control away and power away to situations, it's time to take that back. Because all that's doing is keeping you locked in a certain place, locked in a certain position. About the situation. During the time I took a loan, I had new information revealed to me, and I am still in the phase of processing what I have learned. Contemplative. This situation came up to teach you a lot about your power, your control, and your authority in your life, and where you were giving that up. This situation came up, and it was important for you to take some time, literally physically away from it, or at least mentally away from it and emotionally away from it, so that you could realize these things. You're processing what you've learned in this situation. Some of you still haven't removed yourself completely from it because you're still in the processing phase. And if that's you, you're realizing you can't keep giving your power away from this to this. You've got to take your power back. Also in this situation. Retreat, retreat, retreat. Red flag on the play. You know this is a situation you need to pull back from. Okay. Reminiscent coming up in this situation. They said you already had an experience like this. For some of you, situation is reminiscent of the way your father was. It reminds you of the way your father was. Because father energy is here with that emperor. The emperor does talk about father energy. It also talks about spiritual guides in spirit. And for some of you, your father is not in the physical. He is in spirit right now, protecting you and guiding you to take authority and dominance in your situation, to stop giving your power away. We look at dominance like it's so bad. It is bad when there's an abuse of power that comes into play from it. But at the end of the day, you are a dominant energy. Didn't you know you was the child of the divine creator of the universe, of all that ever is, was, will be, or could be? You are a divine dominant energy. You have power. You have control. This situation was here to teach you not to let somebody else restrict you or restrict that from you. I see in this situation, somebody here, your spirituality completely came under scrutiny, judgment. Somebody tried to rip your spirituality apart. That was a bad fucking move. We have a brand showing up for our second round of trivia. PlayStation. True or false? The PlayStation is made by Sanyo. False, it's made by Sony. Multiple choice question. Which of these series of games is only available for PlayStation consoles? Is it Gran Turismo, Grand Theft Auto, or Rock Band? Gran Turismo. Open-ended question. What is the name of the high-definition video format co-developed by Sony and supported by the PlayStation 3? Blu-ray. Okay. So, made by Sony. For someone in this experience, I'm seeing sun. Why? I saw sun. Why? So in this experience, you could be asking your son, why are you doing this? Somebody's son is caught up in, they got a bad problem with having sticky fingers, touching shit that don't belong to them. Somebody's son have a problem with stealing shit. And you could be saying, son, why? We have everything. Maybe you're saying, son, why? We don't have everything, but why would you do that? For some of you, the son you're talking about is a grown-ass man that acts like your child. You got a grown-ass man-child. They mama and they daddy couldn't do too much for them. Why do you think you can? That's not your child. Okay. Especially when you haven't seen them making any steps or strides to do it for themselves. Again, the energy of, you can't help certain people And you don't need to be taken from their karma tree. Gran Turismo, this connection is taking you for one hell of a ride. They said, look up about the movie Gran Turismo. I don't know if I know this movie or the game. It's a game, sorry. Let's see what we find out about Gran Turismo facts. Let's see. Gran Turismo facts. Gran Turismo is a series of racing simulation video games developed by Polyphony Digital, developed for PlayStation system. Gran Turismo games are intended to emulate the appearance and performance of a large selection of vehicles, most of which are licensed reproductions of real-world automobiles. Okay. So this connection, there was something about this connection being a fake twin, a false twin. For somebody, there's a false twin connection here. Okay. This was a situation to have you racing. In other words, this situation was a fast track for you to your spiritual development. Now, I believe, I want to see. Okay. Maserati makes a Gran Turismo. Okay. 2020 Maserati Gran Turismo. Interesting. Interesting. I'm looking for, okay, here we go. So Maserati makes a Gran Turismo. A Maserati 4.7 V8 engine powers all Gran Turismo models. Built by Ferrari, this compact lightweight engine develops a 454 HP, 384 pound-foot of torque and revs to an impressive 7,500 RPM. It expresses the legendary sound that could only come from a powerful, naturally aspirated all-Italian V8. Gran Turismo is a Maserati. So what I see, like I said, this was a fast track. This experience is a fast track for you to do a lot of healing, okay? For some of you, you are a blue ray twin flame. And the false twin flame energy comes in the idea that somebody else is it. All they are is mirrors of you, okay? This situation showed you where you need to free yourself up, take control, take action, take movement. It puts you on a fast track. So on the other side of the table, we could be talking about another person in the experience, or we could be talking about what comes next in the experience for you, or what this is developing for you. Apply it as it resonates. Let's see what we have. Balance. This is Major Arcana 14 from this deck. It's called Balance in this deck. Its traditional name is Temperance. And here we have the blending of the divine feminine and masculine qualities. And we have already been talking about that. It relates to the zodiac sign Sagittarius. And you see, what I see here is, look at this very universally creative energy here that comes with the alignment and the conjoining of these two energies within you. Okay. So let's see what we have. Wait, this card from the book. Keywords: renew, acknowledge, compromise, equality, harmony, and healing. Balance is important in all aspects of life, but it is especially important in relationships, both with others and with yourself. This card suggests that you examine your relationships to see if they are truly in balance. A healthy relationship should include some time to be together as well as time to be apart. Take some time in peaceful solitude to renew your acquaintance with yourself. Acknowledge what you bring to the relationship and what your partner brings to the relationship. Ensure that you both play an equal role and that no one person dominates. Compromise is required in order for a relationship to be harmonious. Be willing to give and receive. By finding the middle ground, you'll help to ensure that your needs and the needs of your partner are met. Compromise also includes accepting that people are individuals with different personalities and ways of looking at the world. Embrace your differences, rejoice in your similarities. If you find yourself at odds, be willing to work through issues honestly and with love, confident that your differences can be resolved. This is an excellent time to help heal discordant relationships by bringing them into better balance. If you're seeking a romantic relationship, balancing aspects of your own life will open the way to new love. Also, making sure that your relationships with family and friends are in balance will set the tone for new romance that is on its way to you. I embrace our differences and bring balance and healing to my relationships. All right. So, somebody here, in regards to spirituality, what you're developing as a result of this connection that we've been talking about for you is balance for yourself. We've already spoken of how your divine masculine and divine feminine qualities blend, okay, and put you in a position of power as you do that. As you allow your divine feminine, your intuition, your emotions, and all of that, your emotional guidance system to guide you in your actions, you're creating balance in your life. Okay. If the one card that I have that speaks out on its own of twin flame energy is Temperance, and that's what this card is Temperance. So for some of you, we're talking about the twin flame journey for sure. In regards to another person, if this position is talking about another person in your experience, this person is being guided through this experience with you to find more balance in themselves, okay? The Prince of Swords comes out from our next deck, the Heart and Hands Tarot. The Prince of Swords talks about confronting negativity. Somebody could say some shit off the cuff. They could say some shit without letting it hit their brain first or their heart. Somebody could be cold, cruel, manipulative, deceptive, immature. Somebody is immature and they say shit without thinking. They could be very harsh and abusive with their words. For some, we're talking about verbal abuse in a situation where somebody needs to calm the fuck down and find some balance. They're imbalanced. That's why the universe has them in a situation where they need balance. Okay. The Knight of Swords is this energy, and it could talk about a younger Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius person. Somebody who is likely no older than 30, 25, 30, something like that. And we already said for somebody, this is your son. Okay. What the book have to say about this energy from the Prince of Swords? Let's find out. Prince of Swords. Thank you for all the blessings. I'll take those. Ah, shit. This is wands. What the heck? I swear I just saw swords. Okay. Got it. Prince of Swords. I said, this is wands. What the heck is swords? I swear this was swords. This is wands. So here's the thing. You thought somebody was learning how to communicate, but actually there's some sort of like doing something. It's not having. Okay, hold on. I'm hearing you'll know that the message is being received and understood when you see the actions that follow. Okay. A winged but not quite angelic man gazes forward, determinedly gripping a sword. Lightning crackles from the blade tattooed on his chest, which he exposes for all to see. This card may represent a strong-willed and assertive individual, usually masculine, often with something to prove. He is intelligent and charismatic, but might also be a bit self-righteous or know-it-all. He enjoys debate, and his arguments are good, but impatience may prevent him from fully considering opposing views. This card may also indicate warnings, opposition, bravery, or the aggressive pursuit of one's interests. In reverse, a fanatic or ideologue who is quick to argue and apt to tilt at windmills. This person wields rationality as a weapon, but his logic seldom holds up to scrutiny. He may be vindictive, reverting to ad hominem attacks and other fallacies when his arguments fail to persuade. This card may also suggest vanity, nonsense, imprudence, or ignorance. Okay. This is somebody who likes to fucking argue. I heard they talk over you. You're trying to talk them down, trying to talk sense into somebody, and they've got a response for everything. They're a know-it-all. They got a response for everything. Yeah, they want to be heard so bad. They want to be heard so bad that they come at it with an imbalanced approach. They don't listen because they want to be heard so bad. The problem is that they keep spitting out, they keep spitting out the same absurdities, and even the words from their own mouth aren't benefiting them, and they're buying into their own fallacies, lies. This person is buying into some sort of lies, okay? So that's in a lower vibration. In a higher vibration, this is somebody who's like realizing, oh shit, I got some stuff to learn. Let me listen. Let me shut my mouth and listen to what they're saying, because I keep hearing this over and over and over again. So, is this you in the future, on the other side, finding balance and beginning to make sense of the recurring things that you've heard for yourself? Or is this somebody else? Okay. What else we have? The Page of Pentacles. There is work to be done here. There is work to be done here, okay? You know what you want, and to get it, it's not like, oh God, will you please bring me fill in the blank? What is that? And then it shows up, just like, yeah, you open your eyes and all of a sudden it's there. No, that's not how it works. God is going to give you life situations and circumstances that are going to show you how to align with it. So some of you might have heard the saying before, if you pray for patience, God's going to give you situations. It's going to teach you how to be patient. So there's something there about that. Let's go ahead and see what we have about the page here of Pentacles. Hold on. Suit of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles. All right. Meaning, experiment. Try not to get lost in starting but not finishing anything. Symbolism. A young man needs to experiment so he can find his purpose and direction in life. Upright. Apprenticeship and practice. In reverse, lack of ability and lack of ambition. You're still a young man, baby. Ooh, don't waste your time. So if you're the parent of a son who is presenting some challenge, you're probably telling him, look, you're wasting time doing this. Why are you doing this? Why, son? Why? One thing that I learned as I became a grandmother was, and as my daughter got a little bit older, because I had grandchildren, this has helped, is knowing that, listen, in this life, we're here to have this human experience. Especially babies, you can see it so much. They don't know what the fuck this is and what that is and what this does and what that does. So they're investigating their world. It doesn't stop when they learn a little bit of stuff, and when they grow up a little bit, it continues, and it continues through all of life. So there's something here about it will help this person to understand that life is an experiment, but they can actually help themselves if they listen to certain guidance. But like I said, some of these people are hard-headed, like I was hard-headed. They ain't gonna listen. They're going to have to go out there and figure it out for themselves and live and have these crazy experiences to teach them. And if you're the mother, all you can do is pour prayers and blessings over them. Don't speak fear into your children. If you have a child that's out there doing some dumbass shit right now, if your son is out there doing some dumbass shit right now, and they won't listen to you, do yourself a favor and do not speak negativity over them. Don't see the worst that can happen. Instead, pour blessings over them. If they're going to do what the fuck they're going to do anyways, okay, can you keep your balance? It was reminding me, especially with the balance card coming up here. Princeton, when he was a little baby, he was 10 months old when he learned to walk. By the time he was 1, I remember one time I came around the corner and the baby was climbing on top of the entertainment center. I said, Princeton, what are you doing up there, honey? And he looked at me and just smiling with his little baby self. I said, baby, be careful. Watch your feet. And he's still the same way. We went to the playground last week, and they have the supporting bars for the playground. He's not on the playground. This little boy is climbing over the top of the slide, getting onto the supporting bar for the playground and sliding down. He's only 7 now. And there was that part of me that's like, oh, fuck, he could get hurt. I didn't say to him, Princeton, don't be going on there before you get hurt, because I know that that is a point of focus of him getting hurt. Instead, I say, Princeton, if you're going to be up there, you better be very careful. Watch where you put your hands and feet. Hold on tight so you can get down okay. That's the way I started speaking to him. So there's something here about you with your children, the way you speak to them. Maybe they're going to go do some shit that you don't necessarily approve of, but they're in this life to have experiences. And you know what? You can either be in the know or you could be not in the know. And if you give them too much shit, they ain't going to tell you shit, and you ain't going to know what the fuck your children are doing. So if they're going to do some shit that you don't necessarily agree with, you don't have to approve of it. But what you don't want to do is speak out negativity over them. You want to speak out blessings over them. I see somebody whose child is going through and making a really tough choice for them, a really dangerous path. I see somebody's child here who is doing some really difficult path, and they're choosing it, and you can't stop them. You need to be grateful that at least I know where my son is. And thank you, God. Thank you, Spirit. Mom, Dad, go get your grandbaby. Keep them protected. Like that. When that child leaves the house, even if you know they're getting ready to go do something that you don't approve of, please come home safely. Be safe. Come home safely. Let me know when you make it home. And you can have whatever the fuck opinions you want about this, but I know that it works because I've had it work for me. All right. You can try that if you want. You don't have to if you don't want to. It's your choice at the end of the day. Somebody here on the other side of the table, the universe is trying to get them to bring some balance into their life because they ain't been taking action. They feel like they can't do something. They are really fucking unmotivated. Somebody got a really negative mindset on the other side of the table. Yeah, so I feel like tonight in our experience here, we're talking about another person in your experience. Yeah, on the other side of the table. This is more is showing up right now as another part, somebody else in your experience. So from the Romance Angels, this is playfulness. To recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. Playfulness. Like I said, there's somebody here who is taking risks. They're taking chances. They're playing in this life experience, and they're going to, and you can't stop them. It's part of their journey to have their own experiences, and they're not always going to be what you would choose for them. Sorry, mommy and daddy, but your kids are not going to always do what the fuck you know they should. The only reason you know what the fuck they should and shouldn't do is because you had experiences too. And guess what? We all love learning from experience. That's why we're here having a human experience. So if you can't join into the fun and approve it, then maybe the best thing you can do is pour words and thoughts of protection over them. The other day I had an experience where my daughter was driving, and in my mind's eye, I could see a horrible accident occurring that killed my daughter. It was an egotistical fear coming up. I could have embellished upon that and create upon that. But instead, what I did, nope, my daughter's going to be home. My daughter is safe, blessed, and protected no matter where she's at in her skin. She's going to make it home. She always makes it home. She'll be home in a minute. She'll be fine. She'll make the right move. She'll make the right time. Everything will work, so she'll be home just fine. Okay. And there was one time, you need to know this experience too, because again, your words are a self-fulfilling prophecy. You speaking it into existence. Where you fucking think about it or you realize it or not, this is what you're doing. So another time I went out to sit in my car, a whole bunch of magic surrounding this moment. Long story short, it was raining like crazy, and I wanted to sit in my car and be in the rain. It's one of my favorite things to do, is be out in the rain. So I was sitting in my car, bumping my music, listening to the jams, enjoying the rain that came. And then the ego, I heard God. Well, first off, I heard God's voice said, it might not be the smartest thing to sit out in the rain, because in the rain, there's lightning. And you're sitting in this steel fucking car with the radio on. My ego was like, you could die. And I was like, immediately, because I was in the car with my niece. And instead of getting in fear and worrying, I literally put protection on us. I said, you know what? We're blessed, safe, and protected no matter where we are in our skin. And the lightning might strike, but it ain't going to strike us, because we're blessed, safe, and protected no matter where we are in our skin. That was on Wednesday or Tuesday. I want to say Wednesday. Friday morning, I stepped out my apartment. At the time, I was living upstairs up there. My neighbor downstairs over here was standing out his apartment to, oh, hey, Mooch, what's going on? Nothing. I was like, what you got repair people coming out your house from? This is apartments. He said, well, ever since that storm we had earlier in the week, the electricity don't work in the one outlet in my room. He said, I don't know if it got hit by lightning or something. It's a burn on the wall and everything. Immediately, that moment that I poured that protection over us came into mind. The lightning did strike. And if I was susceptible to victimization and those low vibrational thoughts that come up, that the ego presents, that the little devil on one shoulder presents, oh yeah, my niece and I would have been dead that day. For sure, that car would have gotten struck by lightning. It's a steel car. We would have been fucking dead. Roasted. We were not. Now, one more experience about this. Since we were already talking about Princeton, I've told this story before, and it's a true story. I had a new client come in at 6 p.m. I'm trying to tell this as quickly as I can. About 6:30, she was telling me about the concern she had about her child's safety. She had an 8-year-old little girl whose father was prone to leaving her in his running car while he could run into the store right quick. And she was worried about her daughter because he makes bonehead decisions all the time about risking their child's safety and security. I told her the same thing I'm telling you. But you need to pour protection over your children so that even if a gunman was to come in and shoot up the whole fucking school, your child will be the one left standing in the middle of all these bodies on the floor because you pour protection over your child. That was the guidance I gave her when I got home at midnight that night. That's about almost 6 hours later from when I was talking. I was in my bed. My daughter came home and she put all the kids down and all that stuff. So she was busy while I was getting in my bed. And I'm sitting in my bed getting ready to lay down and stuff. Mommy, she came in the room with her little sister. She had her 3 siblings visiting, and she had 2 children at this time. Quentin was a little baby. She still has 2 children, by the way. Quentin was a newborn baby, and Princeton was like 1. Okay. No, that's a lie. Quentin was like 1. Princeton was like 3. Thank you. Okay. So she says, first off, before I tell you what I got to tell you, I need you to know that Princeton's in his bed. He's sleeping. He's fine. What happened is my immediate response. And she said, well, we were going to Circus to meet up with my dad. That's where her father was staying, at the hotel and casino. And she had all her siblings, and she had her 2 children. She had 5 children by herself. She said, so we all got in the elevator, and when I got out, Princeton wasn't there. Huh? Mom, I went back up the elevator. Princeton wasn't there. He wasn't standing at the elevator. I didn't know what to do. I was freaking out. The kids started crying. I didn't know where Princeton was. I called his name and he didn't come. I didn't know what to do. All I could think to do was take the kids up to my dad. So she went, I don't know how long this must have took her. She went all the way up to the hotel room, dropped off the other 4 children with her father, explained to her father what was going on, and came all the way back downstairs. The Circus is a big hotel and casino. I don't know if you've ever been there, but anyways, came back downstairs. She said, I should call my mom. She said, what my mama going to do? She ain't even here. I need to call the police. She said, as soon as she realized she needed to call police, there was a police officer walking right to her. So she ran up to him. I lost my kid. I don't know what happened. They had him. A good Samaritan had found him, and he was safe. I said, what time did this happen? Was my immediate response. Because my intuition said, that's what was happening when you were telling this lady about pouring blessings and safety and protection over the children. You didn't know you were pouring it over your own children. Later on, when COVID started, my daughter started learning a lot about the deep state, about the shit that goes on in Jeffrey Epstein's island, or did go on until they found out. Now that I'm sure they've moved locations, they probably got another fucking island of pedophilia and rape and murder. Anyways, and one of the things she learned was Circus is one of the main places that they love to steal children from. That many children go missing from Circus, and it never comes out on the news. That's where these reptilian motherfuckers like to steal people's babies from. And I just remember thinking, oh boy, what a powerful cast spell that I put out oh so well to protect my baby. And that's the final experience I'm going to tell you. So if you're a parent, if this is about your twin flame, if this is about anybody who is not in your experience anymore, physically, or you can't stop them from doing what the fuck they going to do, and they going to do what the fuck they going to do, you better pour some fucking blessings and protection over them. That power you do have. You do have that, okay? You don't have to be around them physically to do this. So maybe some of these changes in your life so that you can have a more positive environment and experience involves you letting go of other people, but you still concerned about them. You can pour protection and blessings over them. You don't have to see them in your physical experience. If you would only understand that you are a spiritual being, have a physical experience, you would address more issues and situations and circumstances in your life from the spiritual perspective, because this is where most of your power is. They said all of your power. This is where all of your power is anyways. Okay. Whew. Also, on the other side of the table, when around you, I get tongue-tied because I'm so excited in your presence, thrilled. Somebody here is excited about what they're doing, and they don't want to tell you about it. Somebody here is not telling you everything, okay? Your child isn't telling you everything. But also, where this applies to a twin flame connection or a soulmate connection, or somebody who is taking time and dealing with their own issues to try to connect and approach you, they get freaking nervous when you're around. Somebody here gets really nervous when they're around you. They would like to talk to you about something. They would like to offer you something. They would like to engage with you on another level. Their nerves are getting the best of them. But there's something happening right now, and there's a relaxing. So what you need about your children is relaxing. The other thing here, action, but it's in reverse. I heard there is nothing you can do to make them choose. You don't have power to take action on them. You need to fucking relax. The more you, here we go. Here it is. If you don't remember nothing else, worrying is praying for what you don't want. Worrying is praying for what you don't want. One more time for emphasis. Yes, please and thank you. Worrying is praying for what you don't want. You need to calm the fuck down on all that. I'm so worried about him because I'm so worried about him because I'm so worried about him because now you need to pour protections and blessings on those you care about, even if they're making choices that you don't agree with, that you know aren't best for them. You need to pour protections and blessings on them because you have the power to do that. It's not about the physical action. All of your power is spiritual, but the problem is a lot of us are saying things that are counterproductive to the outcome we want. So we are creating counterproductive experiences that are contrary to the outcome we want, because we haven't understood that our words are casting a spell, and this is happening whether you know it or agree with it or fucking not. This is just the way things work on planet Earth. Like it or not, know it or not, agree with it or not, believe it or not, don't matter. Laws of the universe. Where your thoughts go, where your energy goes, where your focus goes, that's where energy flows, and that's what you're going to get more of. So if you put in all this energy on, I'm so worried on little Johnny, I'm so worried on little Tony, I'm so worried on little Sam, I'm so worried on Jessica, I'm so worried on Melissa, I'm so worried on whoever, fill in the name, and somebody, your child's name came through, or whoever you know came through. All you're doing is casting a spell that is counterproductive to what you want to do. How can you switch your words in order to cast a spell of protection? This plant is coming up about the other side of the table as well. It's a thistle. Okay. So, true or false? Velcro fasteners were inspired by a type of thistle. True. They were inspired by the burrs of the burdock thistle. Multiple choice question. Which of these is not a species of thistle? Is it blessed thistle, milk thistle, or pig thistle? Pig thistle is not a species of thistle. Open-ended question. What country chose the thistle as its national flower? Scotland chose the thistle as its national flower. So about the other side of the table, what we're channeling here is this person and you're connected. First of all, there are opposites that attract here. A lot of parents have a hard time with their children. Your children will be your first soulmates, or your parents will be your first soulmates. You know, there'll be powerful soulmates. Yeah, parents and children, powerful soulmates. Why? Because opposites attract and they work well together to create awareness of contrast, and consciousness. By awareness of contrast, consciousness is awakened and more awareness comes in. With more awareness, more places for your mind to go, more opportunities. Without awareness, there is none. Awareness happens in these contrasting situations. Okay. What is a thistle? Is blessed and milk thistles. Okay. What you need to know from here, what I'm channeling is, I don't give a fuck how opposite or contrasting the situations is. You might have a whole asshole on your hands and have a strong soul link to them. But this connection and this person is blessed And there's something about milk. Milk, what is milk? The mother's first food that they give their newborn is milk. It's a foundational, basic food for a newborn. So there's the energy here of nourishment, of mother's milk, the land of milk and honey. There's blessings here. Because of the contrast from the situation with this person, you found the land of milk and honey. Somebody here, if you're really vibrating strong when I say the land of milk and honey, we want you to go do some research about the sacred secretion. It's going to be very interesting to you, informative, and create more awareness. Blessed and milk thistles are species of thistles. This person is blessed. This person needs milk right now. Don't go throwing them a spiritual steak and potatoes. They ain't ready for filet mignon spiritually. They need spiritual milk. Scotland. Somebody's child name we've been talking about is Scott. Somebody here, you're Scottish. There's something about Scotland. Not sure what that is. If you're getting a hit, take it, run with it. All right. In regards to what you need to know, giving and receiving, the Six of Pentacles. Sharing is caring. Everybody comes with their own light. As I look at the lights in these cards, some hands are bigger, some hands are smaller. Some lights are bigger, some lights are smaller. We're all at a different phase of growth. This person, are you looking at them like they're completely oblivious, or are you looking at them, interestingly enough, hold on a second, are you looking at them like they're at their own phase of development? And I'm looking at the person on the other side of the table, and he's busy looking at the light. So that's awesome. If you stay in the light, then you will draw them out of darkness into the light, because of their own curiosity will draw them out. It's not really you doing it, but they're not going to have to leave their dark position if you go into the darkness with them. There is a message there of, if you love somebody and they're doing some shit that you feel is very dark, unhealthy, or unwise, and yet you create that energy of resistance by withholding love and going dark on them, or casting spells of worry and fear over them, you're only going to find that that keeps them away from you in the dark. If you pour the energy of love, cover it over with love, cover them over with lessons, and continue to encourage them, what you're going to find is this person finds a greater interest in the light, and it draws them. It calls them in. It causes a stirring of their soul to want to move in that direction. They haven't taken action yet, but they will. And there's nothing you can do about when they do it. They're at their own soul development level. You might be a filet mignon, steak and potatoes type of spiritual person at your level of spiritual awakening. Kudos for you. Kudos for this person too, who's barely having spiritual milk. It doesn't fucking matter where you're at on this journey. What matters is that you're here, and your presence here is important. And we all deserve love, and we all deserve beautiful words. Even if people can't stay in our experience, we all still deserve that. Somebody's got to hold that space for growth. Even if you remove them from your experience physically, it doesn't mean that you can't still do this spiritually. And you're being called on to do that at this time. All right, what you need to know. We have the Prince of Cups showing up. And then I'm going to do both of these books. Interesting. There's something about this Prince of Cups and the glasses that he has on, and the way he's peering over his glasses. He's looking straight at the Prince of Swords on my table. What you need to know, if you can continue to feed pure positive energy to this, whether it's in your physical experience or not, you got an apology coming your way. This person is going to soften. They will be softening. And their heart is going to soften towards you. You're going to be getting an apology from this person at some point. All right, let me see what we have coming up with the giving and receiving card. Let's see. Doop-a-doop-a-doo, doop-a-doop-a-doo, doop-a-doop-a-doo. I'm going to find it. One moment, please. Listen, where you at? Here we go. Here we go. What you need to know. I heard, don't let them feel like they're alone in this. And if you can't do it physically, again, do it spiritually. But here we go from the book, giving and receiving. Balance, keywords are balance, reward, share, and ask. When this card appears, relationships take on a loving, balanced energy. You've worked hard to understand yourself and others, and now it's paying off. You're being rewarded with joy and fulfillment. Is there someone in your life who could benefit from what you've learned around matters of the heart? Take some time to share your insights. Be careful, though. Don't try to solve people's problems. Just be a mentor. Also, look for other ways that you can be of assistance to those around you. Be sure to give only what you can and no more. In the spirit of balance, be open to receiving support and inspiration from other people. The universe is waiting to help you. You are blessed at this time and will receive additional favors if you ask for what you still need. Trust that you will receive it. So, as you, I heard, send your mama, your daddy, your angels, your ancestors, your guides, and God to go take care of your child. Trust and believe, because the Knight of Cups has been coming through for over a year now as spiritual guidance. That the spirit team has heard, and you will be guided on what you need to do, and they will be guided too. I heard. Let's see what the message is from the Prince of Cups in the Heart and Hands Tarot. Where's the cups at? Hello. Here we go. Cups. Found him. Prince of Cups. A young man peers slyly over glasses, holding a flower-shaped cup. The lens of his glasses are emblazoned with blossoms, suggesting his idealism, and a guitar is strapped to his back. The Prince of Cups is a troubadour, seeking and celebrating love. This card may represent a romantic adventurer, usually masculine, with a caring and poetic nature. This person is inspiring, gallant, attractive, and gregarious. He introduces you to new people or experiences. Though his intentions are good, his idealism may impair his judgment. This card may also refer to winning another's affections, making grand gestures, or expressing deep emotions. In the reverse, despite his charm, this person is not emotionally honest. He hides his true feelings behind a disaffected mask or revels in showy displays of emotion. He may be unstable, unavailable, and narcissistic, or more in love with the idea of love than with any person in particular. This card may also indicate promiscuity, infidelity, or illicit or stigmatized love affairs. So, what you need to know. Like I said, somebody is doing some dirt you don't think is healthy. Hold them in the light of love, protection, and blessings. At some point, you are going to get an apology from this person where it is your child. Even I hear where it's the soulmate, you will get a apology. Interesting. Some of you have already gotten an apology. If you did, that apology was authentic and you're still not engaged or involved with this person physically because your spirit is telling you that you have done enough. Your energy is too much for this person right now. You're offering too much. They can't match. Their cup is not the same capacity as your cup. They haven't found their cup yet. Okay. What you need to know. We have the Queen of Pentacles coming out. which is a card of Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. It talks about self-evolutionary processes. It talks about growth and nurturing. It talks about gaining stability and taking care of your own affairs. It talks about gaining stability in your own confidence, in your ability to create the beautiful life for yourself. It talks about enhancing your physical beauty. There is an air of independence about the Queen of Pentacles. Very creative. Let's see what comes out of the book about her. Queen of Pentacles energy. What do we have? Meaning, get your life in order, review your finances, and make sure all important legal documents are in place. Assess your material life and fix anything that needs attention. Symbolism. A regal female holds a pentacle in her hands, representing the abundance she can share with a worthy supplicant. Upright. Stability and necessity. In reverse, instability and desires leading to debt. Okay, so somebody out here making some moves in the streets that ain't the best for them. They're doing some foolish things. You don't like it. You're trying to teach them. You're trying to guide them, but there's only so much you can do. The religious factors comes out. Your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. So, again, you are a spiritual being having a physical experience. There is awakening for you in this experience of your power, of how you contribute to the situation, and what you need to do to take care of you. Some of you are focused more on yourself rather than this person now because you're focused on your spirituality. All right. What you need to know. Oh, I also heard this person coming into a spiritual awakening through these experiences. Sometimes it's the hardest shit that we go through, the most challenging experiences that creates a spark of spiritual awakening. Right. When you spoke, I heard what you said from my own perspective and experience, which was not what you were trying to say. Miscommunication. When this apology comes in, somebody's going to tell you, I misunderstood what you were saying. Somebody's going to tell you, I wasn't in the place to understand what you were saying, but I get it now. Somebody's going to tell you, you know what you said, it didn't make sense to me then, but it makes sense to me now. I had to have a bunch of other experiences, and while I was having those other experiences, it began to make sense to me. What you had said kept coming back to my mind. That's what you need to know. What else you need to know? Flow. The universe is always in tune. Everything, I heard all rivers return to the ocean. All waters return to the ocean. So there is a flow in this. I heard trust in the divine. Trust, where is your faith? Okay. And the word possess came out, but it showed itself to me in reverse. So understand, that's my child. But that's my child, Melinda. That's my lover. That's my twin flame, Melinda. Hold on a second. Yours, huh? Oh, they belong to you. Let go of the idea that you possess another. Stop trying to fucking possess people. You're supposed to free yourself. Part of why you're having a hard time freeing yourself, which is the energy in this situation, and you're stuck, is because you keep trying to stick somebody else and freeze them. You are not, what you own owns you. Let them live their life. Pour blessings and protection over them because you love them and you want to. Let them live their life. They're going to make their choices. They're going to make their moves. In our fourth round of trivia, we have the singer showing up. It's Selena Gomez. Let's find out what we can channel from her messages. True or false? Gomez was first TV role was on Hannah Montana. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. Okay. One. First, somebody, what you need to know, somebody is a manipulative person. They doing anything they can to get their way. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So this is okay because trust and believe that they're being trained about understanding what their intuition is telling them and learning how to do things according to the spiritual authority. Okay, and 6 and 7 are last. There was a delay in those things. So 6 and 7 is saying they have choices to make, and they're gonna get to the point where they make choices to move on, to get themselves on victory road, to overcome their obstacles. And that's why this experience is happening this way. So they can make the choices they need to overcome their obstacles. Again, God has every one of us sitting in the perfect situation where we have the opportunity to learn and advance and evolve. And we don't need to go taking somebody else's karma tree. Let them take their karma tree. Okay. Multiple choice question. At the age of 17, Gomez became the youngest ambassador yet for which charity organization? Was it United Way, Mothers Against Drink Driving, or UNICEF? UNICEF is the correct answer. UNICEF is an organization that feeds people that need food, especially children, I believe. So this person, what you need to know, feed them, nourish them with that spiritual milk. Give them that spiritual milk. If you're not able to give it to them physically, I just saw somebody who is imprisoned. I feel like it's for a long time. If you're unable to give it to them physically, speak to their spirit. Speak through spirit. You can make them dream about you by speaking to their spirit. They will get the message one way or another. But where is your faith? Okay. Open-ended question. What is the name of the band Gomez performed with from 2008 to 2012? The Scene is the name of the band. So here we go. The Scene. This person, what you need to know is this person is on the scene. This person is in a place that's hopping with a whole lot of activity. There might be some underhanded shit going on around them. This is why you need to pour energy and protection over them. I feel like we're back to parent energy again. So if you're concerned about your child, this is what you need to do. You can't stop them from going over there and hanging out with those hoodlums and hooligans and those criminals, is what you probably say. But you can protect their asses. And you can send your angels, your ancestors, you guys, your mama, your daddy who's in spirit, send their grandparents to go get them. And please bring my child home safely. Thank you for protecting my child. You can do this. Use it. Do it. The other thing you need to know with the scene, show the example. You want them to do things from a place of love and intuition and pure positive energy and love and peace and happiness. Okay. You need to do that too in regards to your experience with them. You are the example. What example are you setting? Are you going off on them? Are you always in fear? If you're always in fear, what does that say about your faith? But yeah, you want them to learn from you spiritually. Shut the fuck up. That's what the fuck they gonna tell you. That's what I would tell you. You so damn scared. And it's funny because I'm being guided. A conversation I had. I know this woman, I'm not going to say who she is, but I know this woman, she be in her Catholic church all the fucking time. She be texting motherfuckers all these quotes and spiritual shit and what the Pope is doing and all this shit. First off, I don't subscribe to any religions, but I don't say nothing. I let her do her thing. And when she told me about her son that's in prison and how she was worried about him and all this and that, I told her, I said, where is your faith? I thought you was all faithful. You so religious. Where is your faith now when you need it most? Because while you're sitting up here worrying, that means your faith you don't really have. And that's what your child or whoever this is, your spiritual child, your physical child, your lover, your twin flame, your soulmate, whoever this is in your experience is going to do. If you so fucking worried, why don't you pray for my ass? You so faithful. Oh, you don't have faith in what the fuck you believe in, and yet and still you want me to believe it? If you believe in the laws of the universe, use the power in the way you know to use them. If you believe in Christianity or Catholicism or whatever the fuck you believe in, use your faith to put some blessings out there. I'm not against any religion. I just don't partake of religion. I've evolved past religion. Some of you have too. But whoever's in your experience, they might not get it. And if that's the case, your faith is being seen and observed by this person. And if you're showing a lack of it, that is being seen and observed by this person. So you better remember, where is your faith? Okay, the guidance for you. Let's see what else comes out. Feeling alone. This is Five of Pentacles energy. Some of you are tripping so much on your child or your lover or whoever this is in your experience because you don't like being alone, and they are triggering the fuck out of your abandonment issues and your codependency issues. Guidance. You better handle that. You know so much, you do so much spiritually, you so spiritually woke and all that. Okay, well, how about you work with your spirit to get a grip on your abandonment issues and your codependency issues? Why don't you stop bringing toxic energy to this person's life by, well, if you ride that motorcycle, you could die. You're going to die one day riding that motorcycle. Why would you say that to your child? Why would you say that to your lover? You going to get killed out there running around in these streets with these hooligans. Why would you fucking speak something like that into existence about a person who you love? You know, I'd rather you be home, but if you're going to go out there, you be careful, you be safe, and you come back home in one piece. Thank you. Do you see? Do you see the difference in how you can say something to a person? You're saying the same thing, but one casts fear, worry, and negativity. The other casts positivity, pure, and blessings and love. All right. Feeling alone from the book. They said we may as well finish out reading everything from the book. So feeling alone. Keywords: lack, abandoned, insecurity, and support. I just heard guidance. You need to leave their ass alone to figure it out. It's a solitary journey for them. They have choices to make. You have to let them make their choices and figure it out for themselves. You really want somebody to change. The way a person really changes is when their beliefs and their understanding changes. When that changes, then the actions follow almost immediately. That's how you have the fastest results. Let them go out there and fucking figure it out. They don't like the safety and security of being at home. They don't like your guidance. They don't like your love. Let them go figure out what it's fucking like to be out there in the cold in the streets. Okay? Hold on. True love and emotional support may seem lacking at this time. This card suggests a period of feeling lonely or abandoned. You may think that no one understands you or your needs or even cares about you. Perhaps someone you turn to for support has deserted you, or a hope for love has rejected you. Your insecurities may rise to the surface to overwhelm you at this time. All that you would desire may seem unattainable. Don't let your confidence be shaken. There are lessons in everything. And know that this difficult period is only temporary. Your spirit guides and the divine support you. Talk with them about how you're feeling and what you need right now. Also, seek the support of those friends and family who are there for you. Help is at hand. You just don't see it. Be careful because depression feeds upon itself. Lift yourself out of it by doing something physical. Take a walk, exercise, sing, or even volunteer your time. You will feel better, and in doing so, will attract happiness into your life. So there is a vibe here of you're going to have to let them go their own way, and you're going to have to go your own way. And you're going to have to look at, why are you so codependent on this? Why does it feel so abandoned? And how can you heal that? The other thing that we have for guidance, the Queen of Cups, and she's coming through as, even if they're not in your physical experience, there you go. Use your spiritual power and pour the love and healing and blessings and protection all over them. Maybe you're feeling abandoned because they won't fuck with you no more. Because you done told them what you really think about them too many times and they don't want to hear it. Maybe now your child or whoever this is, you don't know where they're at or what they're doing because they just don't want to hear what you have to say no more. You used to know where they were at and what they were doing. Now you don't. Okay. What can you do? Use the spiritual power. Cast the spell, cast it well, cast it in loving and blessing and peace and harmony and healing and knowledge and safety and security and protection. From the book, Guidance, Queen of Cups. A woman cradles a cup in her arms. Her eyes slip gently closed, and the hearts in her hair show her love overflowing. This card may represent a caring, trustworthy advisor, usually feminine, who soothes insecurities and nurtures emotional growth. This person is intuitive and compassionate, with deep emotional intelligence and a receptive, accommodating nature. This card could also refer to a supportive environment, emotional security, or unconditional love. Reversed. A person whose selflessness and people-pleasing nature cause her to lose touch with her own feelings. She is absorbed by others, which weakens her ability to provide guidance and support. This card could also represent abandonment issues, emotional insecurity, or codependency. It's a need to address your codependencies, your insecurities, and your emotional insecurities. Emotional immaturity. You can't let yourself get engulfed in this person's experience. If you don't approve, you need to let it go and let them do what they're going to do. Use your powerful spiritual energy to offer love. Okay? Unconditional love came up, and this is guidance. And unconditional love, loving in all forms of duality, absence, presence, communication, non-communication, happy, sad, good, bad. If you love, I'll always love you. You're my baby. I love you unconditionally. Okay, well, are you fucking loving them, or they're out there doing some shit that you don't approve of? How's that for unconditional love? Unconditional love means I don't give a fuck where you're at, what you're doing, who you're doing it with, when you're coming and where you're going and what that looks like. None of my business. All that matters is that I love you. And nothing will change that. No matter what you do, where you're at. If I ever fucking see you again, I'm still going to love you. And I'm going to send you love and blessings and protection. Love. Also guidance for you. You need to love and nurture yourself. If having this person in your physical experience doesn't allow you to love and nurture yourself out of these codependency and abandonment issues that you have and this emotional instability that you have, then it's time for you to remove yourself from the situation so you can do that in the guidance. All right. We have the 8 of Swords. In a lower vibration, the 8 of Swords talks about being caught up in your head and recreating some bullshit in your life. In a higher vibration, the 8 of Swords talks to me about staying focused. What are you being guided to stay focused on at this time? Positivity. It also talks about don't look at the physical world outside. Everybody has their fucking opinions. Opinions are like assholes. Everybody has one. Stay focused on your truth, on your knowing, on your emotional intelligence. Stay focused on positivity, even if the rest of the world around you is not involved in that. This person could get up and walk away out of this anytime they want to. It's so easy for you to take actions that are not intuitively guided based on what you see out there. But this person willingly sits, not taking action with their hands tied and their arms bound. Willingly sits, not taking action. Their feet are not bound. There is nothing holding this person to this bench. Their eyes are covered, blindfolded. Guidance. Don't look at it. If it fucking hurts you that bad, don't look at it. Just like I tell you all the time, you don't like what I'm doing? Click off. If it hurts that bad and you can't fucking do it, then don't look at it. Let them do what the fuck they're gonna do. Refuse to refuse to activate that which you don't want to see more of in your vibration by refusing to look at it. Look at what you want to activate in your energy. Let's read the book. I gotta find the swords. Hold on. Hold on, y'all. I will learn the order of these. I'm still new to these books. I have been guided to read these books more than ever in these recent shows in this last month or two. Interesting for me. Okay, 8. Meaning. You must address negative thinking, anxiety, and self-denial or remain trapped in a mental downward spiral. Symbolism. A woman is bound and blindfolded, surrounded by 8 swords, showing us how completely trapped she is. Upright, it means trapped and restricted. Reverse, it means victimhood and hopelessness. And the word hopelessness already showed up in your reading. I'm being guided to tell you. The definitions that I gave you about staying focused, this is a definition I got from a download. God taught me how to read this card. If you're a reader, you could have that happen for you as well. Here's the thing. What they showed me was all the swords in the ground surrounding this person. They're not their own thoughts. These are external opinions and ideas. So there's guidance for you. Stop fucking asking your friends what they think you should do. Stop focusing on what everybody else thinks. Other people are going to think you're crazy to not say nothing and not do nothing and just pour protection and love and blessings and safety and security on them, what the fuck they're doing. They're going to think you crazy. This is why you don't need to fucking ask them their opinions. Fuck what they talking about. Don't look at it. Don't hear it. Other people ain't going to make sense of this because first off, the spiritual laws and the basis for this and the technique is so cutting edge. I hear it's so cutting edge and innovative. They can't grasp it yet. You are cutting edge of humanity because you're able to grasp this and you're still watching this video. So shout outs to you. You're having spiritual filet mignon with some bomb ass potatoes with seasonings and butter. Oh God, it's delicious. Don't go out there talking to your friends and asking somebody their opinions because they're gonna have one, but they're not in the same place. And don't expect from this person to act, whoever this is, it's of concern to you, to act in the way that you would because they're not in the same place as you. Remember, everybody's light was a different size. Everybody's hands were different size. In other words, everybody has different capabilities spiritually in this. Okay. Guidance. Finances and career. Financial issues are a factor in your love life right now. I heard it's the reverse, though. I heard if you keep sitting in this worry energy, it's going to start to fuck with your money right now. Some of you are already there. This situation been messing with your money. You need to focus. Walk away from shit that is creating too much dissonance in your spirit because you don't have a physical action you can take there. If you can't, remove it from your experience before it affects your finances. If it's already affecting your finances, what you will see is as you remove yourself from this energy and you do the guidance that we've been shown here, you work on your own codependencies and stuff, you're going to see your finances come right back up. Okay. Guidance. Our cultural backgrounds are as diverse as our upbringing. I am doing all I can to merge with you peacefully, compromising. So where there is room to compromise, okay, But you have to make sure that a choice for them is a choice for you. You cannot betray yourself for your loyalty for somebody who has no loyalty for you. You cannot be making choices that are detrimental to you because somebody has got a completely different mindset from you. They were brought up different. They have a different view of the world. They're in a different spiritual growth phase than you are. Guidance, decision. You have to make a decision. You got to fucking make a decision one way or another and stick to your decision. Guidance, reflection. What can you learn from this experience? What is this person and their actions that you don't approve of teaching you about yourself or your own codependency, your own abandonment issues, your own intellectual immaturities, emotional immaturities that you need to address? Use it as a teaching lesson for yourself. Everything happens for a reason. Everything happens on purpose, with purpose. Why is this happening in your experience? Find the lessons. For our final round of trivia, we have a singer showing up. His name is Bruno Mars. True or false? Mars has been nominated for many Grammy Awards, but has never won. False. He has won several, including Record of the Year and Best Male Pop Vocal. Multiple choice question. Which 2014 chart topper by Mark Ronson featured vocals by Mars? Is it 24 Karat Magic, Grenade, or Uptown Funk? It's Uptown Funk. Okay. Guidance. What is Mars's backup band called? It's called The Hooligans. And I have to laugh because as we were channeling, we were like, you always hanging out with all those hooligans, those criminals over there. Listen, what you don't know is those hooligans are working. If your child is hanging out with hooligans, what you need to understand is those hooligans are going to help teach your child the lessons. They didn't want to fucking get in at home. Fine, go learn in the streets. I used to tell my children that all the time. Tell my grandchildren that. Tell my niece and my nephew that. They my children too. If I didn't love you, I wouldn't correct you. I wouldn't teach you. I'd let you go learn in these streets. But I'm teaching you. I'm telling you. And you know what? My nephew in particular chose not to learn from being taught by me. He chose at 16 years old to put hands on me. So I removed him from my situation because, again, if it's a choice for me, then a choice for you is okay. But if it's a choice against me, you got to go. So I gave guardianship back to his mama. And you know that boy came back, 20 years old, came back to me, put his big old head on my shoulder, and I got my apology. I'm sorry, Auntie. I now understand what you were trying to protect me from. He had to go live with his fucked up mama. And I'm sorry, sis, but that's the way you choose to live. It is what it is. I still love you from over there. You can stay the fuck over there, too. You ain't welcome in my home. You ain't welcome in my life. She brings nothing but challenge and her own fucked up karma to my life. I don't need that. That's not my energy. And that's part of your guidance. Yeah, he had to go learn what it's like to live in a fucking infested ass, hoarder looking house with somebody who barely making it because they're always looking for somebody else to come in and take care of them instead of live here in a house with a woman who came out from the same fucking vagina that she did, came from the same fucking tragedies that she did. But what did I do? I built a business. I took care of my children. I built a business where I could take my children to school and pick them up every day. That boy spent so much time on his own by himself whenever his mother had a man to entertain her or try to get a little funky ass job for a little while. Because there was no man to entertain her. He had to fend for himself. He had to do for himself. Now he appreciates the support he have. Parents, if this is your child, if these are children you're concerned about, maybe they're not your children because my nephew is not my birth child. He didn't come out of my coochie, but he's my mama's. He came out of my mama coochie. Okay. So I treat him like my child. The thing is, maybe you're concerned about somebody else's kids as if they're your child. And the whole time this message been resonating that way. What you need to know is if you can't do nothing about it, you can't do nothing about it. But the love and the protection and the blessing you pour over them, it will work. And they will come out of it. And they will learn. But where is your faith? I already told you about some magical things about the pronunciations of my mouth. I'm not nothing different than you. I'm just like you. You can do it too. So put it to work, baby. And remember, the hooligans that they meeting out there in the streets, oh, they just reinforcing what the fuck you done told them. They going to be like, my mama was right. My auntie was right. Tía fue correcto. Debería de escucharla. They're going to learn that they should have fucking listened to you. Or they're going to do like Princeton did that day in the shop and has done so many times in different ways. Fall down on their fucking face, hurt themselves, and then they're going to come back to you crying about it. I'm sorry I didn't listen. I'll listen next time. If you send a donation because you want a personal reading at the end of the session and you follow the directions below the video, then when I look up from reading this card, I'm going to see where you sent your donation in the comment box. If you didn't, that's fine. You could get a reading anytime. Go to my website and make that happen. I would love to work with you personally. Our final message today was the first card that we pulled. Do you know how much we love you and want to help you? We are here for you. And we hear you ask for guidance, but you must let go and let us help you. You don't have to do it all. You've done your part. Now let us do ours. You would be awestruck if you knew how many strings were pulled through the matrix to give you what you need and desire. Spirit has a plan. And when you sign up to be a co-creator, you need to remember to allow the partnership. It's not one-sided. Your desires and plans meet up with those of Spirit. Remember, though, Spirit's timetable and ideas of how things will play out may be quite different from yours. Trust us. Spirit's ideas are amazing. Now let go and let us do the magic. Pay attention to other areas of your life, and before you know it, a miracle will have taken place. We love you so much. What an encouraging and powerful message we've had today. I trust and believe that this message was exactly what you need. If you got to this point of this message, I will really appreciate it, even if you watched it on a replay 10 years from today. Put in there, hashtag, I'm a finisher, so I know you got to the end of the message. If you had a shift during this message, you had an epiphany, something just made so much sense, it just changed your life, put something in the comments. Let me know. All right? With all that being said and done, I absolutely love and adore you. Until next time, sending you so much love and peace and happiness. Kamsahamnida. Gracias. Later, baby.